Alright, well, hi guys, this is my TED Talk. Yeah. Alright, well, so last year, freshman year, I played basketball, and I just remember like going after the ball and wanting just to be the great defender and get that ball, but only it resulted in a jump ball. And so while you're in that game, while you're so focused in that game, your joints and your knees just have a lot of wear and tear. I'm here to tell you my story on tendonitis and how it's given me just a new appreciation for my knees. Alright, so this is the anatomy of your right knee. This is your femur right here, your tibia, and this is your fibula right here. This little area in between the two big knees is called your meniscus. That basically is like a lubrication for your femur and tibia so that you don't have the grinding of the knees. And so what happened in my case is that whenever I would work out or put just like a lot of strain on my meniscus, it would inflame really fast, and so I would get a lot of irritation on my like actual bones. So yeah, it would go to my thigh, my calf, and it would be horrible. In my case, it's a little bit more severe, just because my knees are more inward than the average people. Yeah, and so there's actually a process that your brain goes through when you feel pain. So it starts off in your brain. There's a little, it's towards the center of the brain, it's called your hypothalamus. And what it does, it sends neurotransmitters to your spinal cord, and to the spinal cord, it sends it to the area of pain. Yeah, in that pain, and it just like the neurotransmitters keep coming and going, and the brain continues to send them until you do something to solve the pain that you're feeling. So your brain actually, it feeds off your pain. So once you begin to feel the pain, if you acknowledge it and if you continue to just not do anything about it, your brain actually sends more neurotransmitters, because what it's thinking is, back in like our ancestors' time, it's thinking that it's actually dying. So it needs to be, that problem just needs to be made aware of in your brain. So it just sends more neurotransmitters until you stop or do something about the pain you're feeling. So physical harm doesn't necessarily mean pain. What I mean by that is that when you're in pain, your body thinks that you're dying. So it'll actually just continue to send the neurotransmitters, and it'll begin to just it'll send the neurotransmitters, and it'll begin to kind of like stop everything and just focus in on what your pain is feeling. And when it does that, your brain's actually connecting a new passageway for just that pain solely. So when you, like in my case, whenever I would work out, like 2 minutes in, my knee would just start hurting so bad. And that's because your brain is creating that special passageway for just that pain only to be felt. So how can we actually solve this problem? Like, why is it such a big issue? One way they're getting it is just like the typical knee surgery. In my case, they would have gone in, opened up my knee, cut off areas of my meniscus, so that when I would work out, it wouldn't become as inflamed. When you do the surgery, you could actually put in a bionic knee. And that's really cool, because what they do is they actually connect it to your nerves and the brain, and so it would serve as a more efficient knee. Another way you can solve this problem is through nanobots. They're actually creating new technology where almost like you swallow the doctor. It's a little robot that you swallow, and it just goes in your body and it finds the area where it needs to take place, the surgery. and it just does it for you. Unfortunately though, they're not doing any of those yet, just because there's a lot of room for human error. Like say you have a heart problem and you swallow the doctor and you, yeah, it'll just perform the heart surgery right there, but you're conscious, you're awake, that could go really bad. The last way that I was able to solve this is through physical therapy. I actually went right here to team therapy, and I stayed there for a year, and I just built muscle on my thigh and my calves to reduce the pain of just the constant pressure on your knee. But yeah, over that course of just that freshman year, it was just a lot of like different doctors, different diagnoses, different like cortisone shots, and just a bunch of great things. I now have just a brace that I use. But yeah, over in all that, I'm just super thankful that I still have a knee. I could have gotten bone bruising. My knee cap could have just split in two, and it could have gone way worse. All I had to deal with was just tendonitis. So yeah, I'm just really thankful for my knee. And thank you for listening to my presentation.